Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this photograph and they want to know how they got these diamond shapes like equally spaced off apart. Well, they are and they're not. I just got through doing it and I got mine equally spaced apart. So I don't know if this is this a good way? Is this better? I think it is. It looks prettier. So let's just make one. I've already made a diamond shape and just for that polygon four-sided, and you can make a diamond shape, whatever shape you want. Now, I'm going to have to rotate this thing. I counted it. There's 15 or 15 degrees. So I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, and Transform. Yours might say Transformation. And as long as you take this thing, and I'm going to alternate C, or you just move your rotation to the center. We need 24, but we've already got one, so we're going to go 23, and we get that. Now, I'm going to take a 2-point line, and I'm going to go from there to there, and I'm going to hold down the Shift key, and what the Shift key did, it grew both directions. That's pretty important, because there's really no way to take a line and just go, well, I'm going to go here and then go further, because you don't have anything to snap to. So if you take this and go here and then hold down the shift key, all I need is long enough to make that crosshair. Now in this one, I'm going to take a 2-point line and go from here to here. I'm doing the same thing. Just grab it, hold down the shift key, and this one's going to be quite a bit bigger. And then take a 2-point line. And for the one I'm doing it for, if you have to have it exactly like that, I'll work on it again. Now, take this and put the Smart Fill tool and move it over. And I'm going to open up, I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to go to Effects and Contour. I'm going to contour the outside or to the inside 1/4 of an inch. Now, I normally would take that contour apart, but just because I don't really have to, I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. Well, I filled in the wrong thing. Fill in that interior. See, this is going like equal. Now the next one's going to be quite a bit bigger, but we're going to do the same thing. And I think this is what the person did that drew that, or I don't know how they drew it, but they went off this line, and all we have to do is, and see, it's really going to connect to that next one. So I'm going to hold down the shift key and see it's going inside that other one. So that isn't going to work. So let's take a 2-point line and go from here to here. 2-point line. And let's go from here to here. So what I'm doing is going from node to node, and then I'm going to elongate it by holding down the shift key. I just want to do that. You know what? I don't think I Control D and mirror it. See, it's just not going to work. So take a 2-point line. The reason I'm holding down the shift key is it'll grow from both directions. But in this case, it really doesn't matter because there's really no way you could extend that line if you don't do it this way. Now, you know what? I'm going to have another one of these. So I'm going to Control D, alternate C, and rotate it a negative 15 degrees. And it gave me another copy. Now I'm going to come off this with a 2-point line, holding down the shift key. Now this thing's going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So we need to go pretty long. And if you look, we went on the outside of that one. So we're going to go to the outside of this one. And then I'm going to hold down the shift key. And what I mean by that, you can't just make that line longer. And then what I did differently, I just used the Smart Fill tool and did that. I'm not going to contour it this time because that would make it doubly big. And then I'm going to left click, right click, and just nudge it back over. Now let's go ahead and get rid of these. Control D, or not, alternate C to have it rotate from the center. We've still got this set up. Look at that. You know what? I didn't. Okay, I haven't rotated this one yet. So let's take that away. Alternate C and rotate it 20 degrees. So now if I feel those, now the only thing I don't like, those are touching. Let's see what I did on mine. See, they're not touching. So maybe I contoured. Well, we could still do that. A good trick here is I want to get rid of these outside. I'm going to get my virtual segment delete key, holding down the Alt key, and I'm just going to make a circle, except for that last one, and it got rid of all those. So now maybe this is how the other one was done. Let's take our Smart Fill tool and move that over. We're going to left click, right click. This time we're going to contour again. Get rid of that one. Don't break the contour apart. Just move that over. Whoop. And then left click, right click. Let's see the distance. See, so now this is going to be more like the picture. And that could be adjusted. You know, we could contour less. You know what? Let's do that. No, let's back up here. Trying to think what I did. Let's tell you what, let's just do that. Let's contour half of it. 0.125. Well, I got color. I don't want color. I'm going to left click, right click, move that out of the way. Contour 1.25, which is a little bit smaller contour, half of it. Fill that in. Let's see what it looks like. See, that way we're going to get the same distance off of the other one. We're still not perfect, but I think this will at least get him started. Let me get rid of these. Now, to fill in the colors, so we're going to, alternate C. Well, we already got this open, so we'll rotate them. Let me move that out of the way. Let me go ahead and close my Dockers. Well, you know what? I needed that other one open. I shouldn't have closed the transformation. Because if we wanted these colors exactly like those colors, we're going to use the Smart Fill tool. We're going to set that blue. Well, what I want to do first before I do that, I'm going to group this together. That way I can get rid of it all at one time. Smart Fill tool, get the eyedropper, go over here and get his blue, fill it in there, and then alternate C, and see, we already got, it's so nice to have this Docker open because you can just keep using it with the same color. Eyedropper for that purple, alternate C, one more time, eyedropper, alternate C. And what's so nice about this circle is part of it, so I'm going to click on it. And now I don't have any lines there. Let's see what it looks like. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Control G to group it. Then let's bring a black box effect. Oh, I can't use that black box because that's the picture that the man sent me. Fill that in with black. Go object, order, back a page. So mine second one is going to look more like his first one, where this is doubly lined. Where I kind of like my first one, and it was just the difference of where I contoured off of. So these are more like equally spaced, but they are touching. But is that a bad thing? Anyway, I hope that at least got him started, and thank you for watching.